In this video, I am going to show you how to crochet onto this beautiful ceramic base. This is one of the organic forms that I sell, and it just has a really beautiful natural organic shape to it. I am going to be using a 4.5mm crochet hook to get it through the holes, and then I will switch to a size 6. I'm just using some acrylic yarn, and to get started, I am going to make my tail just a bit longer, and then just place it over any hole like this. Take my smaller hook, go through a hole, and pull up a loop. Once I have it on my hook, I will take the working yarn and then yarn over and pull through. I will do single crochets all along the base just by going through the next hole, pull up another loop, I have 2 on my hook, yarn over and pull through both. Okay, into the next hole, yarn over, pull up a loop. I like to bring it all the way up like this, yarn over and pull through both. I will repeat this around the entire base, and then when we get to the last hole, I will show you how to close with the invisible join using the tail. Okay, I have 1 left, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up a loop. But this time when I have to yarn over, I'm going to yarn over with the tail. So just yarn over and pull that tail through, and then just continue to pull it through all the way. Now, if your pieces are loose like this, all you have to do is take your cord and just adjust it down. And then I am going to go right back into where I started, this first stitch right here, the one on top. I'm going to go with my hook from the inside of my basket, so this way, underneath the V. Very carefully underneath both of those. Now I'm going to get that tail and pull it through to the inside. Like this. Pull the whole thing through. And then I'm going to turn my work around, and you could see right here, that last hole we went through, we are going to take the hook and go underneath this little loop in the front, and then this part of the V. So, to be careful with this yarn because it splits. There. So right in between and underneath that. And then I'm going to take the tail and pull it again towards the inside of my basket. Okay, now that that's done, I am just going to turn this around and look at my work, and then just go ahead and adjust the tension so everything looks nice and neat. Okay, looks really pretty. So I really love the way this looks already. It's so pretty. It's going to be nice because it's not going to be a perfectly shaped basket. Okay, now I'm switching to my 6mm hook. And when we look at our work, we have this V on the side here. I am going to place my hook in between the front and the back, like this, leaving out that little top loop. Then I am going to make sure that my tail is on the left, get my working yarn, yarn over and pull up a loop. Once I pull up a loop, I am going to yarn over and pull that through. And this will start round 2. So I'm going to go directly into the next back loop only, right there. But I'm going to place my tail over my hook and then go ahead and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both. So again, back loop only. My tail is already on my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. Here's my next one. Just place it right there. This extra piece is just my tail. Bring a loop up like this, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, so now that I've done a few, I don't need all of this for my tail. So I'm just going to get some scissors and just trim it off. For the rest of this round, I am just going to continue to go into the back loop only, doing single crochets, and then I will show you how to do the invisible join. Okay, now let's do the invisible join. So I went into my very last stitch. I'm going to pull up a little loop like that, take my hook out, and then when you look at your work, the single crochets, again, they create these V's on top. So you're ignoring this one that kind of curves. That's the chain one that we did on the previous round. So I'm going to insert my hook right here underneath those two like that. Take this loop and just pull it back like this. Then I have that V that I showed you, that was the chain one from the previous round that kind of curved. So it's down and to the right, or right below where we just pulled that over. You're going to take your hook and go directly through the V. And I'll show you the V's. So each single crochet creates that top loop and then the two little posts in the back, and then these V's on the side. It's kind of hard to see with regular yarn, but it's basically right here where they join. Right below has these two little posts that are like a little V. When you push your hook through, it also splits through a V that's on the back. Right there, those two little posts. So that's how you do a waistcoat stitch, by pushing through that. So to do the invisible join, we are going to push it through the one that's down and to the right, making sure that it's splitting in the inside of the basket. Okay. Take your yarn, pull up a loop, place my hook back through the original loop, yarn over and pull through both. And this will start round 3. So this V here, that's like the one we just went through. So when we do the invisible join on the next round, this is the one we'll be going through. So now to do a waistcoat stitch, again, you're going through the V. So here's my first one. And I see that it's in between both on the inside. And if you're having a hard time seeing the stitches, you can refer to one of my other tutorials using braided cord. It might be a little easier to see. So I'm just going to bring a loop up and then yarn over and pull through both. Again, this is a waistcoat stitch, which is basically a single crochet, but when you go through the front like this, it's a waistcoat stitch. Okay, that one's split. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, again, here's the V right here. So I'm going to push through, split in the back, that's good. Pull up a loop like this, yarn over and pull through both. Here's my next one. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. I'm going to show you again. Right here is my next stitch. So I'm going to push through, split the V, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. Now I'm here. And because I'm using yarn and I don't normally use yarn, I'm checking my work to make sure that I am splitting the post in the back, because normally with braided cord I can feel that it went through and I know it's right, but I want to be sure on this one since it's different. Okay, so I will just continue to do this all the way around, and then I will show you again how to do the invisible join. Okay, let's do the invisible join again. So I'm going to take this loop and bring it up just a little bit. Before I pull this over, I just want to show you when it's time to insert our hook, it's through this one right here. But for now, we are going to take our hook and go through here. It's always this top stitch right here. So go ahead and pull that loop through. And then again, down and to the right. This is where we're going to go through. So push through, make sure it splits in the back. You're going to pull up a loop like this. Now you're going to take it and insert it back through the original one. Yarn over and pull through both. Okay, this is going to be really simple. Now for the next round, I am going to do waistcoat stitches again, which are these ones that I just did, till about here, and I'm going to make a handle, and then I'm going to go around and do another handle on this side. So to go with the flow of this basket, I'm not going to count and try to divide it evenly. I'm just going to place them visually where I think they would look good. So I am just going to, again, take my hook, go into this first V right here. Make sure it splits in the back, which it did. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. So I'm going to just get these waistcoat stitches going. And that looks good. By keeping this a little bit lower instead of making it like a high basket, it's going to really allow this beautiful base to show. And that is what I want to see because it's so pretty. It's interesting crocheting with yarn. I have not crocheted with yarn since I started to crochet because once you start using braided cord, for me, it's really hard to go back to yarn, but this yarn is actually pretty decent to crochet with. And I'm using it because of the color, really and truly, that's why. Otherwise, I would be using braided. I didn't have the exact color to match this base. Okay, let's see, a couple more. Okay, let's see. I think this is good here. So what I'll do now is I will chain maybe 8. Let's see what that does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And then what I will do though on both sides is make sure I skip the same amount. So I will skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in my 8th one, I will place my stitch, which will just be another waistcoat stitch. So I skipped 7. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So again, I went right back into the 8th. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing more waistcoat stitches until I get to this side. Okay, I think this looks like it'll be good. So I will go ahead and do my chain 8 again and then skip 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here is number 8. So I'm going to go right through my stitch with a regular waistcoat stitch. Make sure it splits in the back. And then pull my tension. Let me double check myself here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now I will just do a few more stitches to finish this round. Last one right here. And then we'll do the invisible join again. Let me just double check them. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's fun. Okay. So again, to do the invisible join, I am just going to pull up a loop. After I cross this over, this is the stitch I will be going through. So always place your hook under your first stitch like this. Pull the loop over. Go back through this stitch right here, making sure it splits in the back. Pull up a loop. And then go back through the original one, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, so now I am going to do waistcoat stitches again until I get to my handle and then show you what I do next. Okay, I have gotten to this one right here. So I will go in with the waistcoat stitch into this stitch right here, and I will make sure it's splitting the post in the back. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to just do my regular waistcoat stitch. That's done. Now I am going to fill the handle with half double crochets. So I'm not sure how many it's going to take. So I did a chain 8, so probably about 10, but we'll see. To do a half double crochet, I'm going to take my yarn and do a yarn over like this, place it over my hook. Then I'm going to take my hook and go through this handle right here. So just go underneath the handle and then yarn over and pull up a loop. Now I will have 3 on my hook. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. That is a half double crochet, and then just slide it over. So again, yarn over, go through the handle and pull up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then slide it down. Okay, again. Okay, I think this will be my last one. That looks good. Oh, actually, I think I could squeeze one more in. All right, so now I will count them because I didn't even count as I was going. So I'm looking at these little extra loops on top because this one here, that was that waistcoat stitch that I did. So I know that's not one of them. So looking at those extra loops, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So actually 14. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Then I'm going to go right back into the next stitch right here with the waistcoat stitch. So I will just place my hook through, make sure it splits in the back, and continue until I get to the other handle. And then I will just repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay, I have come to the end, and all I'm going to do now is trim. So I took my hook out at the very last stitch. So instead of going in with the invisible join with the hook, you cut it and then pull that tail through. And then I'm going to place the yarn through a darning needle. And then just like the regular invisible join that we do to close the rounds, I'm going underneath this first stitch here. So I will just place my needle through like this, pull it through. Now I'm going to place my needle through the V and also through that little loop on the inside. So I'm going to very carefully do this so I don't rip through all of my yarn. Okay, that should be good. So as you can see, it goes through those 2 stitches and then pull it through. And then you just adjust your tension so that it looks the same on the outside. So that looks good like that. I'm gonna pull it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna weave in my tail real quick. And that is it. Cute little crochet basket with my organic shaped ceramic base. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.